fuck is this mess? Oh, hey there, guys. I'm just casually enjoying Taco Bell here. Nothing exciting. I did fuck up and get a order that I shouldn't have gotten, which is this what do you call this? This stacker, which is garbage. Oh boy. So yeah, I thought I'd just eat some Taco Bell for an hour on a live stream. Cause why not? You guys are aware that this is partially made with dog meat, right? That's not true, but it's a myth that arose in the 90s that Taco Bell uses like horse meat and shit. That's incorrect. Taco Bell uses 100% premium lean beef, all right? Fuck that gay shit. J.R. Goldman, hello, sir. Let's see who's in this. Oh, fuck me. Let's see what we got here. I thought this was a man supposed to be. Maybe. Did I? Teach you how to do the Pharaoh Shuffle correctly? What's wrong with me? I hope I did. I mean, the thing about the Pharaoh Shuffle is that when you're first starting to do it, let me see if I can do this and not stain these. When you're not you want to put too much pressure, and that's not gonna help. Especially, this is a new deck, by the way, so it's gonna Pharaoh this way fairly easily. But you don't want to put a lot of pressure. I think that's the thing that a lot of people tend to do. They put too much pressure, and then that doesn't help the cards weave. Of course, that was an awful Pharaoh, but you know, that was a way better one. But you know, you don't want to put a lot of pressure. You just want to casually weave the cards back and forth ever so slightly, but you don't want to put any extra pressure when you're doing a Pharaoh. Now again, that's not to do a perfect Pharaoh. To do a perfect Pharaoh is a completely different technique, you know, in terms of cutting to 26 and doing that shit. But you know, I'm just hopefully getting you started in that. But I'm glad you are part of the Pig Cake Card Academy. History teacher goes on 10. Oh, top notch. I'd drop out. I would get out of that class as fast as possible. To be honest. Did I watch Wrestle Kingdom 12? No. I watched the Jericho match. And then I watched the Jay White Switchblade match. And then I watched the Okada match versus Naito. Just relax and let it go in. Yeah, pretty much doing a Pharaoh Shuffle is like getting anal. You gotta relax a little bit. Let me go back here, see if I missed something. But yeah, top notch. Fuck no. Listen, it's not about being that particular, you know, saying that how men ruin the world. I think that if you go to a history class and a teacher, the first day of class, already imposes their own opinion on you, get the fuck out of there. Even if their opinion is, you know, something that aligns with your own opinion. That's fucking ridiculous. What does the Japanese say in your Weibo intro? You can look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's nothing meaningful. It's really nothing meaningful. I think it says dirt. One of them says a pile of dirt. The other one might say gay magician. Going to my first Magic convention. Sanky's going to be there. I'm going to order a shirt for the occasion. Do it. Yeah, why not? AJ, I was actually looking at one of the, today, there's a video that somebody put up on YouTube of Penn Jillette talking about Jay Sankey and Fool Us, right? And talking about how Jay Sankey didn't fool him. And how Jay Sankey goes on to defend what he did on Fool Us. And then the top comment of that video is Jay Sankey. I died. I fucking died. Let me see some shit. Yeah, there you go. I'm your hero. Thank you, dog. I appreciate that while you're uploading a video on guitars. That's fucking dope. Oh, Lindsay, I liked it. I liked it. I like the fact that Jericho could still wrestle. Jericho could still wrestle to that capacity at whatever age. I think he's 47 now. No, I might be over-exaggerating, but I know he's fucking older. The stagger, too much ground beef, and it's too stacked. I'm not a fan of that. Let's see. Oh, what did he say in the comments? He was defending stuff. He was saying that he was very upset at Penn for having that opinion. So, she also said that she teaches gender, queer studies, feminist studies, and women in history. She has no place to be teaching a regular history class if she has already a huge bias, you know? When you teach history, you're supposed to be as unbiased as possible and present the history and facts and things that actually happen. So imagine if I'm trying to teach you about, I don't know, the industrialization, and instead of making it about, you know, all these upcoming technologies, I make it how women were oppressed. You're going to learn it incorrectly, you know? I'm not going to impose my opinion on you. It's fucking stupid. 3-strike rule. What's your favorite way to reveal a peak card? I love the versatility of most peaks. You know, there's a bunch of stuff you could do after you do a peak. I think one good thing to do, if you don't want to go into the whole mind reading thing, is you could almost do a little bit of a, I think there's a trick that I do on the channel. I don't know if I taught it, but it uses this sort of thing. It uses this idea of a blank fan, which I'm going to get nasty fucking Taco Bell grease all over these cards. Right here. Right? So after you do a peak, right? Assuming you do a peak. You do a peak. By the way, Sima. So you do a peak, right? You get a break. Obviously, you control that card to the bottom. You turn to another spectator. And instead of you being the one with the awkward mind reader, you show them a blank fan and say, I want you to think of one of the cards you could see. You got one? All right, perfect. Okay, now I want you to look at his eyes and tell him the card that you're thinking of. And of course, because you instant stooged him, they're going to be able to tell him the card that they're thinking of. It might have been. It might have been in any card, any number. Funny enough, I just found out another way of doing any card at any number, which I hope nobody's done before, a couple days ago. And I'm really proud of that method. It's a technical method. It's not a hands-off method, but it's a great thing. A lot of people dismiss that idea of the instant stooge because they say, oh, it's a stooge. Yeah, but technically, you're just showing them the fan, right? At the end of the day, if the person is asked, hey, what card, how did you know that was my card? He said, oh, because that was the only card I could see. I mean, that in itself is just a weird thing to say because obviously all the cards are ordinary. So it's this weird back and forth that they have because obviously the cards are ungimmicked and they're ordinary. But because you show the blank fan, you know, the spectator is going to have this back and forth and they're going to question what they saw themselves. So it becomes a little bit of an insider thing to them. So let me see. This other professor literally apologized for being a white male oppressor to the black kids and told us whites need to change for the better. Dude, what school are you going to? That's the worst thing, man. Honestly, and it's on both sides. It's not just the right or the left, it's both sides. If you are a professor and you're coming in, or you're a teacher and you're coming in and you're biased and you're starting off class by saying, oh, this is my opinion, deal with it, you're a fucking moron. On both sides. Not even the side that you agree with, both sides. It's fucking wrong to do that. Can you do more of the flourishes? I'll do a couple. I did see a little bit of a good feedback when it came to today's video, and I'm glad that people enjoyed it. It did take a little bit longer to edit because of the whole fucking basic YouTube bitch cinematography, which I want to do more of. That's ridiculous, top notch. That's really ridiculous. Unbelievable. You should really be as unbiased as possible when doing this shit. Like, it really doesn't make any sense. You're not there to impose your opinion on people. You're there to teach. That's your job. That's straight up stupid. Am I thick? No, not really that thick, I would say. Surprisingly, for the amount of shit that I eat. Could you please eat your taco in hot tamale slow motion for Mexicans? Yes, I will. Although, unfortunately, when it comes to Taco Bell, I don't know what it is about their food, but if you don't eat it within 5 minutes of it being placed in a table in front of you. It's disgusting. What I got is already going to be disgusting. I'm not looking forward to eating that fucking stacker. Because I already know it's going to be a thick pot of shit. Let me see. Hold up. Somebody says, hey, awesome man, teach me so much. Hey, boy. I'm fucking glad, dog. Thank you, man. Also, I was wondering, but have you seen Sons of Anarchy? No, I actually haven't. That's one of the shows that I have not seen. I typically don't watch a lot of TV shows at all, if anything. I watch very few because I don't have cable. So I just like pretty much get whatever and watch whatever it is that is pirated on these apps that you have on like Android and shit. But shit, they're gonna add fries to the menu? Fuck, that's fucking dope. Hey, Askley, you fucking crazy fuck. Says follow. I tackle fat kids. It's my friend's account and I account. Oh, what is it for? Let me take out these cards here. They do have hash browns, but it's in the morning. I'm not about that. I'm not about that fan. All right? I'm about that fucking BK breakfast, dog. All y'all BK breakfast motherfuckers. I messaged you earlier. Asking you. Where? On Twitter? Probably Instagram. That makes more sense. Probably on Instagram. Eat that all-day breakfast at McDonald's. It's not that good, dog. I'm all about that BK breakfast. For some reason, their hash browns and BK are the greatest things. BK has the worst lunch, but they have the best, they got the best breakfast. This guy whose girlfriend I fucked works at BK by my house, so it's awkward to go there. Yeah, because you're going to get extra sauce on your fucking Whopper. What do you think of Metalux bicycle playing cards? I have no idea. Oh, should try Dunkin' hash browns. Yeah, I should try Dunkin' hash browns. Like, I haven't fucking eaten Dunkin' hash browns pretty much every day. I haven't eaten it every day. But, yeah, they're also fucking phenomenal. I would say they're almost on par with BK. But hold up. I have no idea what Metalux bicycle playing cards are. But I imagine they're very shiny looking bicycle cards. It's a fucked up meme account. What do you mean by fucked up memes? Like offensive memes? What type am I eating? This is actually a new stacker thing. It's not that bad, but it's not that good. I'm more of a fan of chicken and this ground beef. Yeah, ask it out. Check it out. The guy who fucked my girlfriend comes to my Burger King. It's awkward. Yeah, that's fucking great. Stay on stream hella late. I gotta go back to work. I mean, the name of the stream is Man Eats Taco Bell for an hour, but hopefully it might be Man Eats Taco Bell for a couple hours. They're shiny. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen the cards, to be honest. And actually, yeah, for sure, I'll check this shit out because I'm a fan of dank memes. It looks like shit. Zesty sauce at everyone. Eloy works at Taco Bell. Hey, shout out for Eloy, the cunt. What am I drinking? Diet Pepsi. Because here's my fucking logic. I'm gonna get a shit ton of Taco Bell, right? But I'm gonna have a Diet Pepsi like a basic bitch. Do it now. I'm on the phone, dog. Like this phone right here is a phone that's it's on my Instagram. I know I'm not a Diet Pepsi fan. I'm a Diet Coke fan. But hold up, top 5 decks right now. Top 5 decks right now. Let's see. You know, it really doesn't change from that video that I made. It really doesn't change on that. I'm liking the elite finish on the marked bicycle deck from Penguin Magic. That is quickly becoming one of my favorite fucking decks. Now, cunt. God damn it. You fucking, only because you gave me 10 hot bucks. And I'm kind of a slut now. So you're making me go on my other account here. Let me check this shit out, see if I can do this. You managed to teach me magic without being cringe. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. I'm trying not to be as cringe as possible, even though some of the jokes do make people cringe. But I found that the people that cringe in my shit are people that aren't gonna understand it. They're not gonna understand the stuff. So fuck it. Let me see. Let me see if I can find a shit. You fucking cunts. Making me follow this goddamn... Jesus, these memes better be worth it. They better be worth it. I don't cringe, I'm pissed. I mean, yeah, I try with the humor, honestly. I know sometimes it's not insane. But I at least make a college try. Make a college try. Or they'll call you a cunt for free. Yeah, that's the one that's preferred. Even though I do appreciate it. I mean, you can just call me a cunt. Let me see. Okay, let me change back here. Are you going to do another pork chop video? If somebody deserves it, honestly. If somebody deserves it. You know? Jabrizi would be the closest person to deserve it, but unfortunately, I think Jabrizi's trying to get attention, so I'm not about to give him more attention. Even though my channel isn't necessarily huge, but you know, attention is attention. Favorite gimmick trick? Gimmick trick, fuck. Man, you're asking me a fucking good one here. I'm trying to think back because I'm not really a huge fan of gimmick tricks, to be honest. But the ones that are gimmicked, like I like, for example, Paul Harris Vanishing Deck. That one's a good one. Could you do more dubbed funny videos? Yeah, I have a couple more. But I guess my schedule now for coming up with videos, since you guys voted for not having a video every day, which I guess is the better thing to do, because it gives people time to watch the videos, and it gives people time to... I pay to call you a cunt. Thank you, actually. So I think that making a video every other day, right? That one definitely will give people time to watch the videos. So I would, you know, I'm probably going to end up doing that and posting a video on Monday, on Wednesday, and on Friday. Jim Taoni, just a card cunt. Just a cunt college student that loves the content. Thank you, dog. I do appreciate that. And I'm glad you're also appreciating the cunt college. I'm putting a lot of time on that. So hopefully tomorrow's episode is good too. But as far as the schedule for my uploads, I'm going to try to space them out. What sucks, though, is that I really, really want to upload every day. And I can without an issue. But I do think it's overkill. I have a couple... Ashley, you're getting or no, Jim, you're getting fucked on here. You're getting called out by Ashley, who dropped $2 hot and said, "Hey, fag bag, I'm the one that donates." You crazy fuck. But I was gonna tell you, I have a couple videos of me playing this wrestling game with a created character that I made, which is another magician, where I'm wrestling him. That video is coming out Saturday, but I wanted to come out with that yesterday, but you know, see a pig kick, you are awesome. If you ever watch Sons of Anarchy, yeah, I'll think of you. Cat Hawk 10. I imagine Cat Hawk 1 through 9 were taken. So, what's my favorite kind of cake? Donation war. Damn it. You know, as much as I would say I'm opposed to that, I would say, like, I mean, I do appreciate it. Thank you, Sima, but you know, just watch my shit. If you want to get, you know, if you want to get something, or if you want to give me some sort of financial thing, then look at the stuff on Patreon. That's the thing that I would prefer, you know, so don't just drop money on me just to drop it. But hold up. Suck my nut. Thank you, Ashley. You fucking crazy fuck. Suck my nut, I donate. You know, if your nuts were here, I'd probably end up doing it. If your nut were here. But hold up. Somebody said something here that I did want to answer. Chicago opener requires duplicates from another deck. Yeah, that's fine. That's a good one. Chicago opener is definitely a good one. There's I forgot what's the name of the inverse version of that routine, where instead of having a card that changes color, the whole deck changes color, and that one card is the odd one out. I forgot who did it that way, but that's a really good one. I'm not gay, but $2 is $2. Yeah, $2 is $2. And I don't think there's anything gay about money, which is why anytime somebody says, hey man, would you suck a dick for $1 million? Yeah, there's nothing gay about $1 million. You could quote me on that. There is nothing gay on $1 million. Favorite Rick and Morty quote. Is that because I have the display box over there? Favorite Rick and Morty quote. I would have to say is to put the shit in a bag. That one by Morty is definitely good. That was my favorite one. John Harmon, do you want my social? That's fucking funny. Pick kick, if I donate $100, would you shove that stack or two in your butt? No, because that's a waste of a stack or two. And the amount of cleanup that I've had to do is stupid. I'd have to do so much excess cleanup on my asshole. I don't think I've ever had to clean ground beef out of my ass. So the last thing I would want is to be forced to do that. It's not a pizza, it's a stacker. Yeah, I'm gonna, oh fuck, this is already disgusting. This is already fucking disgusting. Jesus, and it's wet. Oh, fuck me. Somebody said, there's a new Rick and Morty Funko Pops coming out. Yeah, I know, season 2. I'm trying to get the ones from season 1. As many as I possibly can. Satchel is not helping that. Satchel Sweet, he sent me a couple ones. And that's, like, not helping my Rick and Morty Funko Pop obsession. Let me see. You could just poop it out and eat it again. Yeah, it's fucking nasty. I heard of a guy who sucked dick for bus fare and then walked. Yeah, that guy was not looking for a bus fare. How well do you know Vladimir? We used to talk on a daily basis, but after the hurricane came down here and fucked us up, we still talk, but not as regular as we used to. Who's my favorite magician? Of all time, it's probably David Williamson, to be honest. He's just such a well-rounded magician. Endless Gaming. Is there a goddamn... actually here. You're fucking challenging people that are jumping on the stream. Cactus Smoke. Yeah, I don't understand what the fuck is up with YouTube notifications, but some people don't get it sent out, some people do, some people get it late. It's fucking fucked. What do you guys think of that whole issue on YouTube right now? With the having to have a channel that's over 4,000 minutes and 1,000 subs. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? What do y'all think about that? Fuck YouTube. It's not just your channel though. It does seem to neglect you more. Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's because I say cunt. I think it's because I say cunt too much. Cunt. Cunt. You know, it's a funny word. I'm not going to stop saying it. I would like to have an experiment where I make videos I make a whole month of videos that I don't curse or I don't like PG and see if that helps the channel. I'm not going to do that, but it'd be interesting to see if that makes a difference. Don't make me suck your dick. Actually, don't make me suck your dick. You don't any fucks. You're killing me right here. Actually, I saw that you put on Instagram, you put a thing of you solving a Rubik's Cube. Yeah, let me tell you. Dog, if you put a Rubik's Cube in front of me and told me to solve it, I'd probably stick it in my asshole. Hold up, this is a good question. Nathan Morris says, why do a lot of starting magicians say they're only card magicians? Because that's the only card, or that's the only magic they've been exposed to. One of my favorite books to start off in magic, and even if you're advanced, is Mark Wilson's Guide to Magic. If you could get the really, really thick one. There's a small pocket edition one, and there's another one that's a really, really thick one that I used to have, but then I fucking lost it for some reason. I've torn my mom's house up and down looking for that shit. and I haven't been able to find it. But I got to tell you, that one is definitely fucking a great book because it exposes you to all types of magic, not just card magic. So you learn a little bit of stage, a little bit of coin, a little bit of everything. And that's the right way to start off because those things can help you even in card magic. Even if you're not ever going to do a prop on stage, it helps you out thinking about, you know, certain things that you wouldn't think about when doing with cards. So yeah, I just think it's ignorance. Askley, how do you think I learned to? Are you referring to other people's comments by doing a super chat? Satchel, you know what I'm fucking talking about, dog. Stacker for $1, you know what I'm fucking talking about. Stefan Barksdale, you say, which is harder in your opinion, cards or coins? For me, probably coins. For sure. For some people, it really depends. But when it comes to coins, you're manipulating small fucking objects. So imagine how hard that is, you know? And it's so much easier, I think, to fuck up in coin magic because all of coin magic is very similar. You know, at some point, you're going to have to palm. Pretty much, regardless of the coin trick you're doing, it's going to involve a palm. So you're going to be having to hide something in a very unnatural position from the spectator. So to me, that's a lot more difficult than card magic. But that could be just because I'm very used to card magic. I do have a lot of coin stuff. I would consider myself a fan, but all about shoving it up my ass. Talking about the Rubik's Cube. This is disgusting right here. This thing is actually fucking, it's like congealed. Ugh, I'm a fucking mess. Yeah, but I can't solve a fucking Rubik's Cube for my life. I think I may have fallen in love with Bill Malone. Yeah, I would suck his Jerry curl. He's still holding on to that hair from the fucking 80s. I'd suck it right off, Satchel. But wait, let me see another question here. Somebody said, 3 strikes rule says the invisible deck is bullshit and how easy it is compared to how cool the effect is. Yeah. I mean, you're going to have a lot of effects that are hard hitting and super, super fucking easy, which is why I really don't like it when magicians dismiss like self-working tricks and dismiss all these card tricks that don't involve any work or aren't like sleight of hand heavy or aren't like visually appealing. There are so many strong things you could do. You could probably kill somebody with a key card trick, but you know, the assumption is that everybody knows it, so why do it? Well, you do it because everybody knows it, you know, you do it because there are ways to get around that and fool people. But, you know, to each their own. I leave it to the people that know, I guess. Cheese will inside my cum? Oh, the congealed one. Yeah, that's fucking nasty, dog. Yeah, if your cum looks like that, you got another thing coming. If you had to recommend a deck of cards beside bikes, what would it be? Are you talking about in terms of price? What are you talking about? What do you mean, like, are you caring about price or are you caring about just quality? What are you looking for? Diru of Chandra. Self-working stuff could really be helpful. You know, funny enough, that trick that I just put up on Monday, you don't even have to hold the deck. You give it to the spectator, you give them the instructions, they shuffle the deck twice. Assuming that it is a spectator that knows how to shuffle the deck in a riffle style fashion. And you have a fucking crazy card trick that's self-working and you're not even fucking touching the deck. So imagine that shit. So there you go. That's fooling as shit. I'm pretty sure you'd fool magicians that don't know about that principle. So there you go. I mean, self-working shit could be really fucking strong. People just need to get their head out of their fucking ass. But Robbie, show you again what the trick that I put up on Monday. Oh, fuck me. This is nasty. Oh, dingleberry on that shit. Shout out to the Philippines, apparently. Yo, shout out to Christina Applegate. Well, the trick wasn't hard at all. And I'm afraid to touch these cards because my fucking hands are all greased up. But you get all the core cards and you put them on top, right? So you get all the core cards and you put them on top of the deck. Let me do this now. You get all the core cards and you put this shit on top of the deck. You get one core card that you want to be your prediction card, right? Oh, and on fucking Patreon, I put an amazing fucking version of this shit. Did I? I think I put that out. Y'all on Patreon, I think I put out a trick with this shit. I'm doing fucking, this is what happens when you do so many fucking videos that your memory turns to shit. But it came out yesterday, okay. So you have all the core cards on top, right? And then you have the one that you're gonna predict is gonna be on top of the deck. So this is gonna be the one that you're gonna have as a prediction, right? So what ends up happening is this wonderful principle by, it's an expert card technique. It's called the mind mirror, right? I'll leave the cards face up so you guys see what I mean. So assuming the prediction card is going to be the king of clubs, right? You can have the spectator shuffle the deck twice in the riffle style, right? So you shuffle the deck twice. Now what that's going to do is that's going to preserve the king on top of the deck. You notice that that's going to be the next court card that's going to be available. So all these cards are going to be number cards. And this is going to be the next court card. So you tell the spectator to deal the cards face up until they come to the first picture card, whatever, the first picture court card. You know, they're going to go through all these cards. This is going to be the first one, which they think is completely fucking fair because they shuffled the deck twice. But because of the way the shuffle is, the only thing that's going to happen is that you are going to shuffle cards between your stack. That's it. That's all that's going to happen. It's not my trick. Let me just get that, you know, fucking right off the bat. It's not my trick. It's just my application of a principle that goes fucking all the way back to, you know, probably even, what's this guy's name from fucking 1857. But yeah, but it's just a really old principle. It's still fucking killer because they could shuffle the deck twice and you still have that card that doesn't change position. It's beautiful. It's fucking amazing. On Patreon, not to show that out, but I have a similar idea where you're able to do a card calling routine. If you guys don't know what a card calling routine is, it's where you apparently have, you know, whatever. It could be 5 cards, it could be a poker hand, it could be 10 cards, which is how I do it in the trick. And the spectator holds the cards, and you're able to tell them what cards they're holding. And you could do the same thing. You could figure it out with that principle. But fuck, man. It is fucking, God, that principle is so good. And that's just those 2 tricks are the cream of the crop. There's still so many things you could do with that shit. There's an open prediction that I haven't put anywhere yet with that principle. I fucking love that shit. So play around with that thing. I mean, I think the point of these videos, honestly, don't do the tricks that I'm presenting as they are. See them as ideas, see them as things that inspire you to come up with other tricks. So don't fucking, don't just copy them willy-nilly. I mean, you could do that as long as you don't fucking put it on your own YouTube channel without any fucking thought. But, you know, really see them as ideas, see them as principles, and you're going to see how that kind of improves your magic. So, you know, that's just a cool one. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. That was a trick from Monday. The one that I put today was that cut. Hey, you say equivoke? Equivoke. Isn't it pronounced equivoque? I think it depends on where you're from, right? Might depend where you're from. Let's see. Creates a project called Persistence of Memory, admits his memory is shit. Yeah, well, that's the good thing about that project is that it gives the illusion of good memory. My memory is AIDS. My memory is actually AIDS. I have to have, I told you guys a bunch of times, I have Evernote for absolutely everything on my phone. Hold up, let me see some shit. No, this is the display. It was empty at Target, and I asked if I could take it, and I took it. Hold up, let me see some shit. Cactus smoke. How do you recover from a failed trick? Well, I do have a favorite way of doing it, and I hate to show Patreon again, but I do give a good method on how to recover from a failed trick on there. I think it was one of the first videos I put up. But if, just to give you in the right direction, Whack Your Pack by Paul Harris. If you look that up, that is the greatest impromptu recovery you could have for fucking up a trick. The greatest. You don't need to know the position of the card in the deck. You don't need to know what the card is, but you're able to apparently, oh, it was written. Yeah, it was text. It was one of the first text ones. Damn, Simmer, you're a long time pig cunt. But yeah, that's the best thing. That is really honestly the best thing. You don't need an invisible deck. You don't need to know the position of the card in the deck. You don't need to know the card. But you're able to find a card in your pocket. You're able to find a card in your hand, wherever, with that whack your pack principle. You're just doing a series of double lifts. That's what it is. But the way that Paul Harris presents it in Art of Astonishment is fucking balls genius. Balls genius, dog. Do you mind if I perform Purses in my game? No, of course not. That's why I put it out, so you guys could perform it. I like tricks that work on the premise of memory since they straddle the line between is it real. Yeah. That's the thing I like about mentalism, in that it's the last frontier of realistic magic. So obviously, people aren't going to believe, certain shit. But mentalism is just on that fringe where people doubt it's, they doubt if it's fake. They doubt if it's real or not, which is kind of an interesting position to be in. Let me see some shit. Most favorite deck of cards on quality. I think I mentioned it. The Elite Finish on the new Penguin Magic Mark deck. The really, really cheap ones that they have. So good. The cards bend easy. They shuffle easy. They spring easy. They dribble easy. They're fucking good. They even faro easy right off the box. And I hate to say it, but the ones that I opened on the last stream, those are really good. The Daniel Madison ones, the back design is AIDS. And the front design is Cancer, but the cards, the finish is astonishingly good. Oh, fuck, I regret everything. And this is the fucking Doritos Locos one. Fuck me. I fucking hate everything. Let me see. Who's your favorite mentalist? Satchel Sweet. Richard Osterlin, for sure. Darren Brown would be tied to him, just because Darren Brown has come up with so many great ideas. When he used to come up and publish stuff, so many fucking good ideas. Richard Osterlin, because I remember having to convince my mom to buy the series that he came out with L&L Publishing, and that is one of my favorite DVDs till now, because there's so much information on those DVDs on how to be a good performer and a bunch of like amazing fucking tricks that people take for granted. His bank night is fucking disgusting. Have you ever eaten a Tide Pod? No, but I'm not aware of that meme. Did that actually kill somebody? That's fucking ridiculous. That somebody would eat a Tide Pod. You know what it is? Natural selection. Ethan Alvarez, you said it. It's Darwinism. He converted me at the same time. Yeah, double. Let me see something. Hold up. Over the stream, how much money do you think I've donated? Fuck. Well, those. I think that one where you dropped $100. You crazy fuck. So probably, definitely more than 100. I'm not sure how much, but still, fuck. You crazy fucker. I thought it was a bunch of poison control calls. I didn't realize anybody died. That's fucking nuts. From the Tide Pods. Jesus. How the fuck do you even consume that? Travis, for that mind mirror, the problem is, if you're going to do it with the court cards, for example, you want to tell them that you want them to stop whenever they hit the first court card, right? So if you only do it with 5 court cards, or if you only do it with a couple cards, there's going to be a possibility that they shuffle a court card on top of your card or your prediction card. But you could do it with the aces if you want. but it's going to be a little bit less impressive if you do it with the aces, because imagine, let's say cut to the first H. One thing I do want to figure out how to do, though, is having them name whichever 4 of a kind they want, and then having them deal to whichever, to the first one that hits, and then that ending up matching the prediction. That's my next quest. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I'm sure I have a method, but it's not good enough. So no way. In stores where I live, they lock them up. Is this what happens when stupid internet memes hit 13-year-olds? Not even 13-year-olds. I have nothing wrong with 13-year-olds. It's retarded 13-year-olds. That's what I have an issue with. Because you're going to be a doctor one day. Last thing I want is for you to have an issue where when you were 13, you ate Tide Pods. Forcing one and then have them cut to the other 3. Yeah, that could work. But I mean, like having a hands-off version. You feel me? Like you do a where you have them shuffle the deck. They're able to name whichever 4 of a kind they want, and whichever one they hit from that is the first card that matches your prediction. I'm working on a method now, but again, the one that I have is kind of shit. But I don't want to touch the deck. That's kind of one of the qualifications. I think somebody asked me about that, to be creative. How do you come up with tricks? And again, problems. I've talked about this in another live stream. You make a problem for yourself and you find ways to solve it. You know? How can you clean up off of open prediction trick? Are you talking about mine? The one that I put on the channel? Because that one is you finish with a triumph. So, because from my memory, you're left dirty with open prediction. The one that I have on my channel, right? You're left with a card face down in the deck. Is that the one you're talking about? Because in that case, all you have to do is... these cards might not work, but let's see. Hopefully they'll work. So you let your thumb drop naturally, right? Your thumb is going to drop naturally. And most of the time, it's going to drop naturally on the card, right? That's bent. If you just let all the cards fall, it's going to drop naturally there. So now what do you have? You have a deck of face-up cards going into face-down cards. And you can do whichever triumph you want. Not like that. Sorry, there's a little bit of fucking Taco Bell grease on these motherfuckers. But you do a triumph. That's how it would clean up. But you do a triumph kind of as like a warm-up or kind of an interlude trick. So after, right, you do the open prediction. You say, oh, hold up, I need to warm up real quick. Shuffle the cards face up and face down, right? Do whichever little bullshit you want to do. You could do this convincer if you want. This one, where you're taking cards like this. You're showing a bunch of face-up cards and face-down cards. Doing this shit. And then you could just finish doing whatever you need to do to turn this card over. I like doing this color change where you blow like this. So you take the cards up to your lips and you go, and when they come down, the deck is all in one direction. So that is what I would do to clean up after, because that's a nice little bit of an interlude, or hold up, I need to warm up before I get into the next thing. So I hope that one works, Stefan. Make another video on the classic pass. Yeah, there's a couple things that I want to update, because I looked at those old videos and I'm like, fuck. This is cancer. So I'm probably going to end up updating that classic pass video for sure. Right? That's a great bit, Nathan. That's a really great bit. Having a spectator pretend, or just doing it casually, pretending to fuck up and then fix your shit. Oh my god, this taco's fucking wet. This is disgusting. Jesus. This is fucking nasty. Fuck it. Let me look through these. How do you do your double lifts? My favorite double lift is this one. Is that one. Right? That thing. That's my favorite double. Followed by just doing this shit. That's my other favorite double. I've done this a lot now, which I'm gonna stop doing the habit because this is like a very over the top, like, hey, by the way, that's a fucking double backer, son of a bitch. But yeah, this one, which is kind of a more fancy one, right? But yeah, but definitely my favorite one is this this one, where you're just sliding the card. Very, you could do this fucking, what's the Lee Asher diving board double? That's a fucking crazy, stupid one. I can't even do it in this fucking weird angle. Let me, oh yeah. Alan Dershowitz, do a cover pass. No. I tried to learn Xavier's and I'm like, fuck, this guy is a beast. So I stopped. Yeah, a good way to do the invisible deck is you go to Taco Bell and you get all the fucking nasty grease from this fucking shit. Doodle-Mabob with a hot meme here. Have I seen any movies recently? Yeah, I actually saw a Truman Show for the first time with Jim Carrey. And I'm convinced that Jim Carrey is an absolute god among men. Is there a way to change one watch, change to another on your wrist? I haven't thought of any method, but Tommy Wonder does have a great fucking trick where the ring, the watch, and the wallet, if you have an opportunity to look that up on YouTube, phenomenal. Phenomenal fucking trick. But I have no idea how to do that. Has Jim Carrey lost his mind? It's probably performance, to be honest. I saw that documentary too on Netflix where he did Andy Kaufman. Fuck. Jim Carrey might be the greatest person in the history of history. After watching his fucking commitment in that movie to doing Andy Kaufman, oh, so good. I get paranoid every time I hear the Truman Show. What's an actual? Yeah, it was a really good documentary. Truman Show. That's based on it's an actual disorder. It's an actual psychological disorder, I think, called the Truman disorder, or some shit, which is actually fairly interesting. Did you watch The Disaster Artist? No, unfortunately not. I want to, because I did see The Room, and it's the greatest fucking. It was the greatest bad movie. Watch his commencement address. I need to watch that shit. I'm going to sleep. Go to sleep, dog. Your body needs it. You can't just fucking deny it. You end up like David Blaine on a fucking TV special. Carrie, okay, I gotta watch that. Let me see. Jabrizi's a wet taco. You know, I don't know. Maybe it depends. I don't think they eat a lot of tacos up there in Chicago, where he's from. I can't even find a room on some of these sites where you could get stuff for free. That's fucking weird. That is fucking weird. We were talking about the one thing where you damage the downward fissure in the brain and they can't recognize anybody's face anymore. When you damage the downward fissure in the brain, I have no idea what that is. The downward fissure. You mean the right hemisphere? Is that what that is? That's fucking weird. Yeah, there is. I forgot the actual thing itself, but I do know that that was a thing that we talked about a long time ago, about the idea of the weirdness when a person is not able to determine, and it's not that they can't see their face, it's that their face is almost unrecognizable. It's a weird thing. I remember hearing somebody describe it, and it's just a weird thing to watch. It's like somebody with schizophrenia described with schizophrenia. It's the weirdest fucking thing, because they say they hear the voices. You know, it's affecting the lobe that's in charge of fucking hearing, which is fucking crazy because it's an actual voice in your head. Actually, where do you draw the line between far and offensive humor? I don't get offended myself, so I don't have a line. I mean, Obviously, the line on YouTube is defined by, you know, me not being able to find a card in my asshole. You know, hey, card to urethra. But the actual things I say, I guess that's kind of where I ended on YouTube. But you know, I'm not a huge fan of getting offended. I just don't get offended. Cactus. Yeah, the most terrifying thing about these disorders is that some seem completely sane. Actually, the most terrifying part of these disorders is that they can happen to absolutely anybody at any point in time. So, because the brain is so complex and there's billions of fucking neurons firing, any one of those could fuck up anything at any point. You know, you could fall off a bicycle and you could develop some sort of fucking shit. It's insane. Phineas Gage, yeah, a nigga gets a fucking railroad fucking shit in his eyeball. And the guy's fucked for the rest of his fucking life. That guy got totally fucked. And personality changed completely. So, Japan is all about the respect. You fucking... Have you ever fucked a chicken so hard it exploded? That's a hot meme. Andrew Brown. The answer to that question is someone from Nigeria. Someone from Nigeria. A friend of mine just had a stroke. Yeah, I know a couple people. You know, in their fucking 20s. Heart attack, stroke. Fuck. Can I use nigger in a sentence? I think that's a sentence, right? Is it weird to have characters you've played in other shows talk to you in your head? Sometimes. Yeah, I think that could be a little weird. There's a great video on YouTube about a woman who has a schizophrenia and she's talking about it. A question is a sentence. And she's fucking... It's just insane, her describing it. You know, just the people around her and shit. But so many things that could happen to you that you could get fucked with your brain that you don't even realize. It's insane. That's why the thing of Alzheimer's scares the shit out of me. You know, that you can have somebody that you know for years on end, and then suddenly, you know, in a matter of a couple of years, you don't know them. You don't recognize them. Fuck. It's a sad fucking thing. Hope nobody's a libtard in the stream. Why? Why would that be? Why would that matter? If somebody was a libtard. Damn, boy. You're really in that psych class, aren't you? Top notch. Wernicke's aphasia. Look at you dropping some psych shit. I'm fucking impressed, dog. I'm fucking impressed as shit. What's the other one? There's Wernicke's and then there's another type of language disorder. Yeah, Nathan, it's unfortunate. My grandfather also had Alzheimer's before he passed. And I think the worst part about it, honestly, is that there are BRCA's aphasia. There you go. But the worst thing, I said it before you did, cunt. But the worst part is that there are stages where they have clear memory, right? So I remember, you know, there was a time when my grandfather, he was really, really hard in Alzheimer's. And then what ended up happening is that my mom ended up putting him in a home, which sucked. But, you know, they took care of him. I think it was like a place for people with Alzheimer's. I'm pretty sure they fucked with him. But, you know, I was too young back then, unfortunately. But what ended up happening is that there were 2 times that I could remember where he called the house and I picked up. And he was, you know, so cognizant. He was so fucking like he talked normally. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, it's almost like I went back in time to when he was normal and fine. And he said, dude, you got to get me the fuck out of here. You got to get me out of here. You know, I don't know what's happening. And then I went to visit him, you know, not so long after that. And he was fucked again. You know, he was fucked. He didn't remember anything. It was one of those issues. So I remember that happened twice. And I'm like, you know, fuck you, man. Fuck whoever. There is a God who decided, hey, I'm going to have this fucking disorder. What a fucking disorder. Because imagine, you're losing all those memories, you're losing everything at the same time, and then you have glimmers of hope where you're like, hey, guess what? I'm fine, and you're not. So fuck that. That's the worst disorder. It really is. It's an awful disease. Let's see. He showed up in Christmas at my grandma's house. They've been divorced for 30 years. Fuck, that's nuts. That's fucking insane, dog. See, top notch. That's funny. See, yeah, I just remember that. That was an awful time. That was a really bad time. Vsauce has a nice video on it. Yeah, I can't watch those videos without fucking, you know, feeling horrendous. But to me, it's just an awful thing because imagine you have, the only thing you have ever, you know, you could lose all the money, you could have everything. The only thing you ever have are memories. So the fact that there's a degenerative disorder that takes and removes these messages away from, or these memories away from you, fuck that. Good night, school night. OG, good night, Negro. Hey, boy. Yeah, you try not to kill yourself. Such a cheerful stream. Yeah, let's talk about how Sbaiz is a cunt. 6 a.m. haven't slept yet. That's not good for you. Back to Work by Jay Sankey. That'll be a great one. A great follow-up to Back in Time. No school tomorrow? We got crack on the ground. What the fuck does that mean? Let me see if there's anything that I missed here. What can hypnosis... This is a very fucking difficult question. What can hypnosis can't fix? A lot. There's a lot hypnosis can't fix. Drug bust. Damn. Oh, okay. No, you said snowing. That's fucked. I didn't know that. You gotta realize, I don't think I've ever seen snow. I was watching PTSD, psychology, and it was bad. I cried. Well, yeah, some people just get affected way too fucking much, or they get affected by, you know, these unfortunate situations that happen. And that's why every 4th of July they have a bunch of people saying, dude, you know, be mindful, fucking veterans. You don't want to put fireworks. And these motherfuckers outside are putting fireworks, and the neighbor's a fucking veteran. You know, he's going back in his mind to when he was shooting somebody up in Iraq, and it's like, not good for anyone. So it's a serious fucking thing. I don't think I've seen snow. Don't worry, neither has Richard Turner. That's fucked. You know, he wasn't blind for a long time. I'm sure he saw snow in that time. What do you think of keeping the plastic wrap on deck to hide reveals? What do you mean by reveals? A cool thing to do, though, is that's where you put your gimmick cards. Like, for example, you have a double backer. Keeping it there is fine. You see that? That's a plastic wrap. That's a good place to keep it. Out of your deck, and when you need it, it's easy to get in. Oh, yeah. Chosen Force cards. Great thing to do. I think Paul Harris has a great method of, I think it's called Free Ride, where he's able to use that to force cards. There you go. Yeah, great shit. Anthony Maury Sanders. How long did it take to get used to filming tricks as opposed to performing? I got a camera. My videos are super cringe, but I'm a good performer. Not so long, surprisingly. From when I was younger, I've always loved making videos. I really did. You know, I remember my mom had a camera. She had like a Sony, which probably has better fucking autofocus than the piece of shit camera that I have now. To be honest. But my mom had like a Sony, and she would always complain as to where the fuck it was, and I was taking it and making videos. So, you know, I've always kind of gravitated towards making videos in some capacity. So, and this was before YouTube. was even a thing. So I just made videos for the fuck of it. There wasn't like a fucking internet to put videos on unless you wanted to wait 3 days for your fucking shit to upload to geo sites. Watch the video back. Yeah, I don't want to sound full of shit, but I've watched my videos back and I've laughed hard, which is, you know, I guess that's a good place to be, but my humor is not for everyone. But I've watched my shit before and I fucking like died laughing. I forgot what the last one was where I fucking died, but it's happened more than once, which is again a testament to how full of shit I am. What happened to the episodes? There's a lost episode that I've never put out. That I'll put out sometime. I called it How to Catch a Ghost. I'm sure I've talked about this in other live streams that you guys that watch every live stream have heard me say like 1,000 times. But there's a lost episode that I haven't put out called How to Catch a Ghost, which I thought was one of my favorite ones. But I never put it out because there's a couple reflections and then, yeah, literally there's a ghost in a jar. Funny enough. How to Catch the Ghost in a Jar. But I really fucking like that one. I might release that when I get like a certain threshold of subs. But that was the last 10th episode. Funny enough, I put the intro to that episode on the end of one of the videos a while back, which is actually really funny because in the comments I was able to see who sticks around to the end of the videos. Very few people said, I like that ghost, or I like how you called that ghost or some shit, but fairly interesting. Am I a weeaboo? No. Fuck that. What's your your humor is an acquired taste like coffee or shit wine. Yeah, that's perfect. That's a perfect comparison. It's not for everybody, but the more you hear it, I guess the more you kind of feel in tune with it. My opinion on Chris Ramsey, I love Chris. I like Chris' stuff. Unfortunately, I think he has to do all the YouTube stuff in order to, you know, there's some things that he's done that I'm like, oh, you know. But yeah, in order to be successful on YouTube, sometimes you got to do the stuff that works, right? That's worked for everybody, so that's what you got to do. That might be why I'm not fucking successful. But I think Chris is great. I like his mentality when it comes to magic. I like his skill. He also has hands apparently like a bear. But yeah, I'm definitely a fan of Chris. Any good body magic that can be taught? There's this gay trick, right? Where you go, look, my finger's gone. My finger's gone. Oh, it's back. Haha. That gay shit. Big mitts. Let me see. Can you do hate comments reactions? Yeah, one of the last videos that I did on Demon Magic commentary. That's essentially hate comments. Who asked me that? Endless Gaming. Jesus. I'm gonna have to do a commentary video on that commentary video. I haven't skipped a second of your videos. Thank you, man. Again, I'm glad you watch all my shit. I'm actually fucking surprised that anybody would have the capacity to watch all of my stupid. Deadass, how did you eat Taco Bell for an hour? Well, you know what's funny enough? I ate most of it. This is one bag. I still have a quesadilla in the fucking kitchen that I haven't eaten, which is a problem. It's problematic. Oh, let me see some shit. Do you know who Jonathan Cam is? Nope. Daniel Fernandez, love, like, or jealous? You know, jealous of the fact that he has like 1 million subs almost, but I don't like his shit. I really don't. I think it's cringe. I think it's cringe for Magic. Let me see some shit here. Hey, you homosexual piece of shit. How's your day? Better now. Why no more headphone warnings? There's a couple. There's one coming up that I just edited today. They're not gonna fucking. I mean, they're more like I'm spreading them out now. I do like that weeaboo intro with the anime. I wish I would have shot it on not a fucking phone, because I feel like it would have looked 1,000 times better on a DSLR. But again, the focus would have probably been absolute AIDS. So I probably want to reshoot that at some point. But unfortunately, that's the intro that I like right now. I love it when you edgelord the fuck out of your tutorials. 2 minutes of explaining the trick. You know, I've actually cut down on that because I thought that was annoying. I'm like, fuck, people are not going to watch the videos because I'm here saying, hold the deck in your left hand, followed by, hey, do you know what sound black people are afraid of? And then, you know, 20 minutes later, oh, so you put the deck in your left hand and you pick it up in your right hand. Can you and How to Basic meet? Probably. I think he's in Australia, right? And I doubt if I send him a message, he'll be like, yeah, let's meet. Pigcake sucks at Magic and he's worse than Jabrizi. Are you just trying to get me to like meme on you, dog? With your fucking profile pictures already doing all the goddamn job for me. The only thing I wanted to do in one take was a Naruto run, Pigcake 2K17. That's a great fucking thing. Very embarrassing. Oh, man. Girlfriend's like, why is he running like that? Yeah. Yeah, that's fucked. Have you been affected by a demonetization crisis? Well, I don't already get a lot of money on YouTube because of the content. So, unfortunately, I don't get a lot of money on YouTube. It really depends on the month. But, you know, it's something, I guess. What's your favorite anime or manga? God damn, you're going to make me sound like a fucking weeaboo. My favorite one of all time is Rurouni Kenshin. Fuck, I hate to say it. Rurouni Kenshin. Had the most emotional connection with that show. I guess I watched it when I was younger. Love your video, you Jew. You've taught me a lot. That's fucked. You fucking cunt. Thank you, man. Let me see some shit. How do you feel about iDubbbz? I like iDubbbz. I really like iDubbbz a lot. I think that there's an underlying humor, or he's, you know, just an ordinary guy who does all these fucking crazy videos, but I'm sure he's just like a down-to-earth dude. My favorite episode was the guy with stripes on his arms. Of Kenshin? I'm trying to remember the guy with stripes on his arms. I just remember having fond memories of me being younger and watching that last arc with him and the the guy that's he can't fucking, he's all heated up and he needs to take like a hot shower every fucking couple minutes or whatever the fuck. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about, dog. Fuck yeah, I know exactly what you're fucking talking about, Sima. I might watch some fucking Rurouni Kenshin after this just to fucking feel it. Going Fullers with the Luchador mask. Yeah, that'll work. I don't know if I have tricks for Fullers, man. I really don't. I haven't put much thought into it. Unknown, what do you do for a living besides YouTube and Magic? That's it. YouTube and Magic, that's really it. YouTube, I'm trying to make this shit work. I've been trying to make this shit work, and hopefully, luckily, you know, it's given enough to get by, which is fucking great. But obviously, I keep want to get that higher and higher. So that's going to happen when the channel kind of grows, which I hope it does, for obvious reasons. Let me see. It says right. Oh, okay. Fuck. I just jumped a comment here. I've been experimenting with Charlier cut only color change or reveal. Are you talking about a Charlier cut color change? Because, I mean, I remember reading when I was younger, the expert card technique, they have a move called the one-handed shift, which is just a Charlier cut, but done rapidly as you're moving your hands, which I think in the book they talk about doing it as a color change. I'm like, how the fuck do you do this shit as a color change? Somebody said favorite type of porn, amateur. Amateur, I'm an amateur porn guy, for sure. TG deck flip, useful. Yes, very useful. Very useful. Especially when you think about it, not as a color change or as a move, but you're seeing it as a change. So imagine, let's imagine that you have a group of cards on top of the deck, right? Let's imagine as well, in the same sentence, that we have the deck that's in this sort of situation, right, where it's faced. So you have a group of cards that you know or that are important, right? So it's important on the bottom. So you need a second of misdirection to flip the deck, and you switch the packet, right? Same effect as this thing, but if you have a sort of cover, obviously it's gonna look like shit here, but if you have a cover, right? So, you know, there's a lot of things you could do. So think about it as a switch. So that's a great technique to switch a group of cards. By the way, it doesn't necessarily also have to be playing cards. It could be fucking, it could be business cards. I don't know. It could be cards with a certain force on it. Not to show all my fucking ideas, but, you know, that's a good one. That's a good thing to do. Spit on you. Okay, too many of those fucking memes. Jesus. Every pick kick is really close to the Patreon goal. Hint, hint. Legend has it that he'll do a dick reveal. Maybe. Yeah, that might be the case. I might just show my dick once I hit that first goal. That's not true. I won't do that, because then inevitably when my face is shown or revealed without my consent, which I'm sure is how it's going to happen, then, you know, people will know how my dick looks. Do I need an expensive camera for cinematography and magic vids? No, but you need to be mindful of lighting, and you need to be mindful of audio. This is a phone, for example. I think my first videos were all shot on a phone, but it took me a little while. You see the natural progression there of me learning audio quality, and me learning about video quality, and me learning about lights. You kind of see that. There was one video, I think there's one that I taught a bottom deal, like a self-working bottom deal from Marlowe's books. That video was so fucking dark. I don't even know why I uploaded it. But again, this was a learning process for me. So you could do a lot with a phone, especially most phones now that you could shoot 1080p at 60 frames a second. Phenomenal. That's all you fucking need. You just need to care about your lighting and you're good. So yeah, you don't need an expensive camera. But here's the thing. If you are going to get a fucking camera, you know, make sure that you get a camera with good autofocus. Don't get a camera like I did. I jumped the gun and I got a camera that, is it fucking lagging? I got a camera that it doesn't autofocus well. That's number one. And on top of that, it fucking, it does 1080p at 30 frames a second max, which if you know about, you know, frame rate, and if you know about fucking speeds, you can't do any sort of slow-mo. For example, that video that I did today, I had to shoot most of it in 720, which doesn't look that good. If you have, you know, a modern monitor, it's not going to look that good. So I had to kind of fucking, you know, I had to crop in on the inside. So you can't do that on the camera that I have. So I made a fucking mistake buying the T6i. I should have gotten something like the, I don't know, fucking G7 or GH4 or something like that, which could do 1080p at 60 frames a second and even 4K at 30 frames a second. But instead, I chose that shit and this phone, which is a Galaxy S7. I feel like this is lagging. Did you ever explain to us what you did to that piggy mat? I still have it there. You know, anytime I want to come up with an idea, I'll do it on that. But it interferes with the color balance of the video, which is why I took it out of the videos. It's lagging. What a fucking joke. My router is literally right there. It's right there. Like, outside right now, I could see it. That's how close this shit is. So, thank you, Comcast, you fucks. Let me see some shit. Don't do like some of us and start with a cheap-ass $5 webcam from Amazon. Yeah, I should have really thought ahead when I first bought the camera. But unfortunately, I was going through a Casey Neistat phase. So unfortunately, Casey at that point was using only Canon. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna get a Canon. I'm gonna get a Canon because Casey Neistat gets a Canon and he makes good videos. And then I realized, oh, I could have done so much more with a cheaper camera. For example, the T6i when I bought it was $800 when I bought it, which is very overpriced. The G7 at that time, the Panasonic G7, and still is $500 for everything, for the lens and that. So unfortunately, I should have gotten a G7 as opposed to the T6i. But again, I was a Casey Neistat cunt mark. Are you fucking... Come on, dog, with this fucking lag. Get the fuck out of here. Boy. What game will you play on your channel? Well, the next game that I'm playing is No Mercy, which is an old N64 game. So... yeah, the thing is that I realized immediately now the difference. Don't get me wrong, you can do a lot with a phone, but if you want depth of field, which looks really good, you can't rely on your phone. So that's why the DSLR looks a lot better. Even 720p on a DSLR looks a lot better than phones. But you know, obviously if I'm mindful about the light, but I'm not gonna be in a situation where I'm able to control the light outside, for example. So DSLR is going to do better in that than a phone. What's the trick where Jay Stangy put the quarter in a straw? Fuck, that's from Revolutionary Coin Magic 1, I think, if I remember it correctly. But I forgot what's the name of the actual trick. Fuck me, how do I do this? Okay. Pig Cake should play Overwatch. Another thing that I made a mistake with was buying the laptop that I did. Because if you guys noticed from that last live stream where I tried to play browser games, my laptop was fucking acting up like a bitch. So I can't play games on that shit. I can only play basic bitch games. At least I can edit on that, which it's fucking phenomenal. I can edit really well on that. But unfortunately, playing games is well beyond the fucking scope of that shit. Show us a quick color change. These nuts. What color change can I do? Fuck me. I'm trying to think of one that... Because the thing is that this angle is a shit angle. So... I can't really think of any color change from this angle that'll look good. Somebody said gout? Did somebody say... Is somebody doing DSP me? Shit. I'm a rebel just for pig cake. Been pigging it since 1966 now. Maybe over now, but I still pig it. That's a good verb. I like that. Pigging it. I think pig... Yeah, snap change will work well, right? What the fuck are those? All right. This one, I mean, obviously there's a bunch. This one looks decent if you do it right. Without grease all over your fucking dirty ass table. This thing, hey boy, look at that. Oh my god. There is this thing, right? This is more of a change. Ho ho! There you go, that. But obviously from there it looks kind of like cancer. There's this thing, right? You go, hey boy. There is, fuck me. Can't do the Erdnace from here, but yeah, there's a couple you could do, I guess, from here. There's this thing, hey boy, right? This one is very angle sensitive, right? That shit is very angle sensitive. Fuck me, yeah. There you go, can't. Hit me offline for Pig Cake supported computer techie section. I might be able to increase the capability of your laptop. I know. Yeah, but the problem is that it's the processor and the fact that I edit and I do everything on Surface Pro 4, right? And I got the one with 8 gigs of RAM. I got the i5. I should have been less cheap and gotten the i7, which would have helped out at least with the speeds of like editing and shit. But you know, it's not a gaming laptop. I tried to play Fallout 4 in that bitch, and I had to fucking fuck that shit down. Overclocking is gonna burn the shit up. To tell you what I had to do, there's an issue now with Surface Pros that they start shaking like a bitch. They start shaking like a motherfucker, the screen. So I have to have a fan fucking aimed at the back of it to make sure that it doesn't shake, because it's a heat-related issue that Microsoft doesn't want to do shit for. Yeah, I can't imagine that I can't optimize it in some capacity, but you know, just fuck. I don't want to risk it, like maybe overclocking it or risk it and do something to it because it's already like fucked. Oh, let me see some shit. I know, it might surprise you, right? How is Instant Replay by Paul Harris? Well, it depends. Hey, that's the basic instant replay sort of thing, right? And then if you do it correctly, you could also do the other one where it... Can I even do this? Can I even fucking do this here? Where you catch them both. I'm doing instant replay wrong, by the way. I know that you're supposed to bend the card like this, and then it pops out that way. I've never liked doing it that way. So, yeah, fuck me. I have too much Taco Bell grease on my fucking hands. I'll shoot you an email. I fully understand. No, yeah, I understand, Jay. If you want to shoot me an email, of course. But yeah, it's definitely... Would you add a Patreon face reveal goal for buying a 2000? I wouldn't buy a laptop for gaming though. I'd buy a laptop for so I could like edit better. Honestly, if I do get a better computer, it's not gonna be for gaming. Gaming would probably be a bonus, but I'd probably end up getting a computer that will help out editing. So I might get a better processor on that shit, so I could do 4K, a better, you know, more RAM, so I could do that shit. But I'm not about to. I might game, but like lightly and just for the meme. Maybe if I, you know what, I might do it if I get if I could play Minecraft in 4K without any lag, that might be worth it. Not a real laptop or full-on desktop with a real graphics card. Not a laptop. Did I miss the previous comment that you said? I think I missed it. The best edit is headphones. That's funny. I hate Apples, but admittedly Mac are better than graphic and you get emulator Windows for stable gaming. Yeah, I had when I had an Air, I was actually really surprised as to how good it could run Windows. It could at least like emulating it. So I used to have Parallels on that shit. I didn't want to play around with the idea of dual booting Windows on that shit. I know that there's a way of doing that. I didn't want to fucking fuck with that. I think it was something Camp or one of the shit when I used to have a Mac. But I was really surprised as to how well it could emulate Windows and game at the same time. So I was fucking really surprised in that shit. But I do prefer the Surface, though. I really prefer, yeah, Boot Camp. I prefer the Surface 4 that I have now. If it wasn't for that stupid issue of it shaking every fucking time it gets a little bit heated, it's just shit. But you know, it fucking does the job. So. I used to have a PC and I love my laptop. Yeah, I just love the ability of having a powerhouse that's portable. That's kind of what I want. Even though a desktop would be cheaper to assemble and would be having a laptop that, you know, is capable. I fucking like that. You know, not to say that the laptop that I have now is not capable, but you know, if I do want to up if I want to up the video quality, if I want to up, you know, certain things, unfortunately that does take longer. And it's because I, like a dumbass, skimped on a good processor when I first bought that shit. Get an iPhone. I don't know if you guys seen that Razer phone. Get an Origin PC. Thank you. We all watch PewDiePie Flash Gordon. But somebody said, oh, the Razer, now they have this concept, or they have this thing that they're going to come out with next year, that Razer laptop shit, which is kind of dope. You put the Razer phone in the thing. That's going to be shit when the next generation fucking Razer phone comes out. But I got you. That's fucked. Favorite game of all time? Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time. Legend of Zelda. That by far. That one and GoldenEye, I would say, are my favorite games of all time. Piggy, this is why I love you. You actually take time to talk with your friends. I'm a normal dude. I'm a normal guy. I'm not anything special. I just have a couple videos that seem to have gotten a little bit of attention, but I'm glad I know people stick around. So yeah, I'm just an ordinary dude. But can I do this? Gaming computer equals video editing and rendering station. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the thing. But again, I would rather get a laptop that is of good capacity, so I could do that. If I could game, that's a bonus. Golden Gun mode and GoldenEye, yeah, most annoying shit ever. Or playing, if y'all remember GameCube, there was a game called Nightfire. If you got Oddjob, you're fucked in that game. Because Oddjob would be able to throw his hat and that was a one-hit kill. See, that's how you become big. You ignore your you ignore your fans. Yeah, there you go. That might be it. You ignore the people and you're like, hey, fuck y'all. Regalia deck. I haven't seen it enough to make an opinion about it. Fourth account of Jabrizi, and he tried to do a trick with a snap change from the side angle. Yeah, but he told you how to react, so, I mean, if you didn't react, that was your fault. It wasn't his fault. Need one with a lot of storage to keep the porn. Yeah, especially if the, you might want to save up all the porn just in case of the apocalypse. Y'all saw what happened in Hawaii. They thought they were fucked, so they started watching all the porn before they got fucking killed by a rogue missile. That was a phenomenal fucking story. Rick Lax or Evanera? Fuck, man, that's rough. Well, Rick Lax at least is skilled. Rick Lax comes up with good ideas, but he's just a prick. Evanera, I mean, he probably could be a decent guy. I mean, I don't have anything against him personally. I just have it wrong against, you know, his YouTube channel, but I'm pretty sure Evanera is a sweet guy. It seems to me like Rick Lax is a piece of shit. So, just the way he presents himself. Let me see. I love the stream because it's cool. You actually look at the chat. Yeah, I think that's the point of a live stream, to look at the chat, right? I mean, that's kind of the point. Look at the chat, see what you guys are saying. About to do this trick. And whenever I get it right, you guys got to go mental. Like start a riot, period, Black Lives Matter. That's fine. Thank you, Hack the Smoke. You fucking cunts. Let me see. Yeah, you are the best. Thank you, Zinray Channel. I'm glad you got card tricks, or you do card tricks because of old Piggy here. Let me see here. You and Ramsey are my favorite YouTubers. Thank you. I appreciate that, dog. You know, the fact that at least some people are comparing me to this fucking massive YouTube channel. I could hope that I could get there one day, but, you know, we'll see. I'll keep grinding it. Let's see if I'm missing out any questions here. I think I may be special. At least my psychiatrist told me so. Yeah, you know, you might be special in the wrong way. There's a wrong special. There's a right special and there's a wrong special. You don't want to be the wrong one. This guy with having a stroke saying all lives matter. That's funny. Let's see. I couldn't hear him a lot because he spit a lot from the golden grills. Yeah, that or the fucked eye color that he has. Come on, dog. You guys, how old? 22? Get the fuck out of here. Could you make a really bad intro so you could be featured on Mr. B's channel? I think my intro is pretty bad. That's a pretty bad intro, I would say. Right? So somebody needs to send my... I don't even know what he does, but I imagine if he reviews intros. So yeah, dog, go in there. Oh, fuck me. So totally fucking send my intro over to a cunt. Fuck me. When are you going to make your own cards? Oh, I do want to do it this year, but again, I want to make sure that everything is pristine before I do that. I've already said this, I think, a couple of times, but I don't want to fuck around, especially if I do decide to do like a Kickstarter or something like that for the cards. I don't want to fuck around with people's money, so I want to make sure that everything is fine. So, you know, if I could do it this year, that'd be phenomenal, but if that has to wait till next year, I just don't want to mess around and have something that's not, you know, on time or something that's an issue. So I definitely want to wait till I get everything pristine on that. Am I married? No, I'm not married. That's why I'm happy. Is that the joke that they all make, right? No, I'm not married. That's why I'm happy. I love pizza. Any advice for Magic for kids? Birthdays. Fuck. No, I don't got any advice. I avoid kids like the plague. But, you know, there's a lot of resources on that. I'm the worst one, obviously, if you can't tell by my calling people cunts. Let's see. Fuck me. 52 cards of Disturb Reality? 52 cards, probably. Although I definitely wrestle Disturb Reality. That'd be a thing. Any of Pig Cake's paddock works for birthday parties. Yeah, it depends. But that might be the last party you get invited to if you want to get another gig. Let me see. Oh, fuck me. Why haven't you guys liked the stream yet? Said, oh, that's funny. Look at you, dog, trying to show. Dress up as Jared from Subway. That's fucked. That is absolutely fucked. Jesus. I really need that. What's happening with the shit meme though? I'm trying to read through these old comments here, see if I skipped something here that I wanted to address. I know that I saw one here that was kind of a good question, but then I skipped it by accident. Fuck me. Ah, fuck it. Okay. Let me see this shit. Fuck. No, I skipped all of that. I went through that shit. I show all day for Piggy. That's fucked. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you ejaculate? Thank you, Flip Guy, for ensuring that this video gets demonetized. I don't know if I could answer that without absolutely getting the YouTube fucking police on my ass. Need to get you on Chris Ramsey? Yes, in a gay way. Right? Wouldn't that be weird? You just see these rings or these hands on a Ramsey channel. That'd be fucking weird. Ripping, the most expensive deck you have. You know, the most expensive deck I have, what is it? I don't even know what the most expensive deck I have is. It's probably a gimmick deck, to be honest. I like Disturb Reality, but he left YouTube and it's so inconsistent. Yeah, I see. He did a couple cringe things with his channel now that it's like, you know, not a fan. But again, I would love to wrestle Jarek. The Penguin Mark deck, that's not the most expensive one. That's one of the cheapest ones. Favorite $10 deck would be that Penguin Magic Mark deck. That would definitely be my favorite $10 deck. I mean, I think that's a good point for decks. That's the golden price, $10 for a deck, I think. Especially if it's like a normal or premium deck. That's honestly, if it's not like a gimmick deck. The fact that Pandrea has these cards for the price that he does, fuck. Dude, come on. No, the Penguin, the $30 Mark deck is like a tourist trap Mark deck. I think it's called the Houdini Magic Store Mark deck or some shit. That one is that one is $30. Jabrizi Sweet Penetration. Fuck me. I actually have a paper clip or fucking nickel to salt packet. Not salt packet. Am I fucking gay? God, what did I mean? A paper clip or a dime to a sugar packet trick coming up on our channel. I actually have that coming up. What's the name of the 6s and 7s trick on your channel? Is it the 76 trick? If you look up 76 trick or 76 card trick, that should be it. Let me see. I need to fix that thumbnail. That thumbnail was before I realized you could crop in on a 720p picture. I had a nice Monarch deck, but then some people burned in a fire. Wow, okay, all right. That's a very... some people burned it in a fire. Why would they burn it? Why would they burn it in a fire? That's kind of odd. Most preferred Magic site? Fuck me, what is happening here, dog? First, most preferred Magic site. The one that I buy the most from is Penguin. I think that they're the ones that have they have a very fair price. And yeah, I mean they're the ones that I kind of enjoy for that case. What's your favorite card vanish? The one that's yeah, this thing is fucking lagged. I might have to end this soon. I don't know what the fuck's happening. But the favorite card vanish, the one I put on Instagram, that Xavier Spade taught on his channel, that one by far is a great fucking vanish and is one that's my favorite now because it's super easy to do. But you do have a fucking it's that visual. I love that visual aspect of it where the card doesn't vanish immediately. It's like it looks like it vanishes piece by piece, which is fucking great. So look that one up on his channel. Fuck me. There's fucking lag. Speaking of Mark decks, he used a Brooklyn deck. I've never heard of that. Naru fan. Like I fucking have to fuck this fucking shit. But yeah, I've never heard of that Brooklyn deck. I've never heard of that. What I want to know is why is this fucking lagging like a motherfucker? I can't watch porn and stream. I feel like shit's downloading in the background and I'm losing my fucking mind over it. Hey, Jay Reynolds. Pledged 10. I appreciate that shit hard as fuck. Hope you enjoy the shit that I got. Giveaway? Yeah, I actually do have a giveaway coming up with a review. I keep saying that I have that, but I'm going to put that video up soon. It's a review and a giveaway. Yeah, man, fuck. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to end this because of the fucking lag if it keeps lagging, but fuck me. Day pubes and piggy collab. Yeah, I would probably end up sucking dick. I really like PewDiePie's content recently. I really like his content. I know that he's grown up from his fucking getting scared at playing Amnesia days. That's the Taco Bell for now. That's the last thing. Then there's a quesadilla. Look at this fucking gay shit. So yes, I'm actually getting more of a fan. I've actually subscribed to him recently, but I used to watch his stuff when I was younger, and I'm really gay, but still kind of funny. And then he kind of went on the wagon for a little bit, and then now his shit's just funny, and it's mostly content from his fans, which is fucking phenomenal. Okay, seriously, this fucking lag is driving me insane. Hey, you mentioned Prestige made up their own jargons. Could you explain? Can you explain? Look at me sounding like a fucking Asian. As far as is it really bad, the lag? Because it keeps saying really bad connection here, and I don't see anything. I mean, I see it on. Lindsay, I'll answer your question, and I'll probably end up having to fucking leave the stupid live stream because the thing keeps lagging. Such thing as a Prestige. There's no such thing as like that form of jargon. So that movie came up with sort of jargon to explain the story. But never in in the fucking lore of magic is there a term like prestige, or I forgot what the first term because he says that every trick comes in 3 parts, and then he talks about those things. That's not anything that you're using. I want to keep doing a stupid stream where there's lagging. What can I shill? I'm gonna shill my shit. Make sure I there. And then pigcake.me, just check that shit out. This is too fucking. So y'all fucking too loud on my end, so